Hello, welcome to Game 5 of my match against Akuchi. I'm up 3-1, but they won the last one, so they've got a little bit of momentum here. I'm just commenting on the last game. It's just messing with my head. So, Forest Dwellers is interesting. Forest Dwellers March is interesting. We can March Scrap, for example, and maybe that's the best thing to do. We can buy a Scrap, and then we can March Scrap to turn an estate into Silver Horse. And then our deck going into turn 3 is 7 coppers, 2 estates, Silver Horse Scrap. That feels pretty nice. Capital City Highway stuff seems reasonable. Also, Tactician March is also quite interesting to note. I think you have an issue with plus buy here. And I guess we do want to play with Tactician Engine. Because the plus buy from Tactician, and then you're going to discard all your coppers for Capital City. So I think I'm going to do the Scrap March Scrap line, and then you get Capital City, and then you discard the Tactician and you march it and stuff like that. And then you can still buy stuff because you're making money from Capital Cities and liveries, and maybe a livery, maybe highways. Yeah, we take a Scrap here. And we feel pretty good about it. We'll see if they take Horse Silver. Is there a world where you take Horse Card? Card Horse? I don't think there is. Continue. Okay, 6, we take our first Capital City. No, maybe not. Maybe we take the tack. I think I take a tack here. There's the only hand that I don't draw. The only hand that I don't draw 3 coins with is 2 estates, 3 copper. No, yeah, 2 estates, 3 coppers, 2 estates. If I draw 2 estates, yeah. So I'm always hitting 3 next turn, and I'm planning on buying a Tactician next turn. I'm marching the Tactician next turn. Yeah, so if people are following up on this, it took him about 40 seconds to count to 17. And I was just certain that he hadn't won the game because it took him so long. And I trust his math, but he must have been thinking about something else or tracking something else with ball or trying to count out what would happen if the Sacred Grove gave some kind of boon. I just don't think there's any possible boon that matters there. But probably that's what he was thinking about. And then realized, oh wait, I just have 17, I can double. So that was kind of answer. Oh yeah, I was just making sure that Earth's Gift didn't do something weird. Would be a reasonable response. Does Wind's Gift? No, we'd already seen Wind's Gift, so Wind's Gift wasn't in the pile. And I cannot imagine Wind's Gift affects the current number of coins, right? Yeah. Okay, so they found their horse. Yeah, this is nice. They can discard cards. Why did they discard the silver? Not sure. Okay. Game 3, I guess games 1 and 3 were fairly quick. Yeah, we just take the tack here. Yeah, so we draw the horse, draws 2 coppers. We turn the estate into Silver Horse, and we march the tack. And then next turn we have a huge draw, and we get Capital City Highway, probably. And I guess with Tactician Capital City, you can still play with, still use Scrap to turn silvers into, coin buy silver. And then play the highways later in the turn, because you should be drawing most of your deck off of non-stuff. At some point, we have to figure out how we thin coppers, maybe, but... So we go Silver Horse again. We march the Tactician. Whee! Exciting. Exciting stuff. Okay, now we should hit 10 this turn and get Capital City Highway, probably, is the plan. Maybe we go Capital City Tactician. I could believe either. Capital City Livery also is reasonable. I think I want a Capital City Tactician. I want to get the overlapping Tacticians going, and if you have to give up a turn to do it, you give up a turn to do it. But this seems like a good... I don't see any reason to use this. Those bottom two cards are Scrap, Horse. So actually, this is the question now. Do I take Tactician, March Tactician, and just declare that I'm double tack? And March Tactician. I think I do. And maybe we don't get it this turn because I don't want to... I do need to at some point buy cards that are not Tactician. So if I use Forest Dwellers yet, I don't think so. Okay. So what's happening here? If I scrap... Okay, let me just track this. I scrap a state for a horse for coin buy. I buy a capital city, march the capital city, and then march the tack. Buy coin. So we buy a capital city. We march the capital city. Oh, that doesn't work. Oops. Well, yeah. Doesn't work because I don't have a card left in hand. We just buy two capital cities, I think. Oh, let me go back one more. I don't need to buy then. Ooh. Okay, so we take horse card, I guess, right? We don't really want to see this last card. And we just buy two capital cities. Okay, so we try to get a Tactician in play this turn, if we can. If not, we don't. I guess we need to buy a Livery this turn. So we're always going to lead on the horse. We hopefully find the Tactician so we can discard it and then get coins. And then I don't even know how we find reasonable amounts of money in this deck. Maybe we get a scrap. We scrap a copper. Maybe we start scrapping stuff. Yeah, if we get to like 3, we scrap stuff or something. I don't know. Maybe we don't play a Tactician this turn and we buy a Livery and feel okay about it. Yeah, I mean, I guess we need a plus buy to march Tactician is the issue. So we play the horse, we play the capital city, and we're always just drawing through to try to find the scrap for the plus buy. And once we find the scrap and discard a Tactician, then we can march tack and buy Livery. And if they get a Tactician to play, which I'm guessing is the card they discarded there, they can potentially do something here like that. It's a neat kingdom. March Tactician stuff. March scrap. Wonder. Yeah, with their draw here, I wonder if they should have done the thing that I did. I don't know. Horse sees 2 cards, capital city sees 2 cards, so like there's a decent chance we get through to everything. And I think I don't play Tactician. I want to buy a Livery, kind of no matter what. Which they already have, but I've got an extra tack in Capital City, so I feel like I'm in okay shape. Oh, I have Forest Dwellers. It seems like a good turn to take my Forest Dwellers. With the idea being, I want to get... The idea being I want to get stuff online, and if I don't... Ooh. Okay. Never mind. I just found all the stuff. Ah! Undo. It was definitely not what I wanted to do. Discard 2 for 2. And draw. Alright. So... how do I get more money? How do I get more money? I don't. I really just take a livery. I like have to march Tactician here, right? Take like a livery and another scrap. Coin by horse. I'm just never getting to 5 with this. I have to trash a thing. I guess just having this seems better. So I mark. Oh shit. All right, whatever. We're making moves. I do not want a poorhouse. No, thank you. Making moves. Okay, so the way we hit 5 here is we discard with both capital cities and we scrap a silver into coin horse. Then we play a Tactician. Oh, we never mind. We discard that. We march the Tactician, right? Is how we do it. So we discard the Tactician and we get all the coppers and the silvers and stuff are fun. So we're buying a livery this turn. And we should be good to go with double tack now for the rest of the game. Maybe we pick up an Underling if we need to for a spare something or other. So this draws 5. We do have a horse. Okay. Which we cannot actually play. We can, I guess. Discard 2 for 2. Draw. Discard 2 for 2. Okay, great. So this is 9 money. So I could just go livery. I just go livery. This is 12 money. Let's trash a copper and go livery, march Tactician. Okay. Now I feel good. We play capital city discarding tack copper. We play livery. We hit 9 that turn. We're going to hit more this turn. We're going to hit 12 this turn. If we scrap silver into coin action silver, we scrap silver into coin action silver, do we get up? We thinned a card, we added a card. Just not sure if we get to 12 or 13 there is the problem. I do not know. And we don't have any horses left, right? They have the one horse. Oops. Just knocked my microphone over. I will say this. I do stuff like this a lot. It's like moderately frustrating. Like maybe they're down 3-1 because I'm playing great, but it's also like no, just some nights you're not playing your best, and some nights you're not getting lucky, and it's tough. And I know Akuchi quite well. I think they're basically saying sorry, I'm playing slow, which whatever. It's almost 10 o'clock where I am. And I hope this game does not last super long. I think my deck at least is about to take off and my turns become very simple very quickly. They have this issue. They need to keep scrapping things for plus buy. Otherwise they can't march, and they're not using Tactician, and Tactician is just a very efficient source of cards action buy. But at some point, if they have an extra capital city that I don't have, I'm not super worried about the capital city split because I just start getting highways soon. And then I don't care that I don't have more actions. And Tactician itself gives me an extra action that they don't have. So I'm currently up a Tactician for, I don't know, a capital city and an Underling. And I have an extra silver. But I have the Tactician coming into play, which I feel like is worth a fairly substantial amount. Yeah, so we play Capital City. Discard nothing. We play Livery. We play Scrap. We play Capital City. Yeah, we just don't quite get through the shuffle here. So we don't actually need an action to play the Tactician, right? So Scrap could give us plus card. So Scrap could be card, coin, buy. I think that works. Card, coin, buy. I think that works. If I don't bottom deck the Scrap. Okay. Sorry, card, buy, silver. No, it just doesn't work. Okay. So, I'm not getting another, I'm just getting two things this turn. The two things I'm getting are Livery and playing the Tactician, and I'm going to be okay with that. Costs me 8, and I need to have 9 money in hand, so I need to hold on to 4 coppers. This is like very close to working. But I have to hold on to, I need 8, and I have 12. So if I trash the silver, I can only buy a poorhouse, which doesn't seem like a good thing to buy. I don't know if that's not obvious to everyone, but it's obvious to me right now that poorhouse, not a good card to buy. Okay, we march Tactician, we buy a Livery, and then next turn we should be able to buy 2 5s, and they bought no 5s that last turn, so we march Tactician, we buy a Livery, and that gets us another horse, we thin to copper, so life seems good. So we should be able to trash a silver for coin buy silver now, and redraw it. Yeah. And not need to use our capital cities. In this turn, we can buy like Capital City Highway and march Tactician, I think. It could be, yeah, Capital City, it could be Highway Livery. It could just be double Highway and buy a Livery. Double Highway gets us, we have these horses now for draw. Double Highway. There is a world where we can play more than one Tactician. Oh my. There's a lot of worlds here where you can play more than one Tactician. You just have to march a cantrip and hope it doesn't redraw the Tactician. There are probably ways you can guarantee that. I don't know that that's worth it. I think the amount of effort for that, the amount of effort to single... Normally the amount of effort to play double Tactician and treasures is high. Here it's quite low. I've been able to do it a whole bunch of turns in a row. So they've got an extra Capital City and Scrap and Underling. I have an extra Tactician and Livery. So if they buy a Tactician and put it into play as the turn here, in theory, to even that out, I would have to go Capital City, Scrap, Underling, but I don't think I need an Underling with Tactician coming into play every turn. Doesn't seem necessary. Yeah, okay, great. So, we can even scrap this horse if we want. I think I want... So we scrap the horse. Play the livery. We scrap the horse into buy coin silver. We discard 2. Draw 2. Okay. Very nice. So this is going to get us 4 horses, which is cool. March the Tactician. So that was my thought, is that we just go highway, highway here. And then they have to sort of say, are they going to stop and buy highways? And then we have 3 buys. Maybe we need to stop and buy a scrap at some point. Maybe this is highway scrap. And then next turn stuff is quite a bit cheaper. Highways will be 4. And we'll have, in theory, 2 more money? 1 more money? Because we have an extra horse to draw and we can scrap 1 horse. Maybe we scrap a silver. I think highway is fine here, and then next turn we get. I think we really need the plus buy, to be honest. I think we have to start it in the highways, and we just try not to play the highways until after we've played the scraps. So highway does kind of mess with livery a lot. What did they owe? They didn't mean to spend the favors. They didn't play a Tactician last turn. Oh. Oops. I did that in the last mixed tournament. Ouch. I think I was solidly ahead, but still a tough way to lose a game. And we move on to game 6.